Namaste. Well, we're going to give this a go. I've just had to go into deep meditation for a couple of hours because a severe flare was coming on and my foot was doubling in size. It seems to be calming now, so I need to, let's just try and continue. Let's try and do this. Try and get this book finished off because we're not far off finishing it. We're just a couple of discourses off, really, to continue with Discourse 27, and it's Part II. You have been given marvelous statements to harmoniously govern your life and world. Apply them with determination and you will succeed. Another correction many of you wish me to make is this: I did not say on the cross, Father, why hast thou forsaken me? But I did say, Father, how thou hast glorified me. And I did receive into the glories with me the brother who was on my right side on the cross. Now I'm just backing up a little bit because it's been a long day. There are a number of these beloved students whom I knew personally at the time of the crucifixion, and in giving this mighty message forth to them, I feel like talking to old friends, for in that great ascended presence, centuries are but an incident, and only as we come into contact with human events is there a cognizance of time. Beloved students who are so earnestly seeking the light, try to feel yourselves held in my loving embrace. Try to feel yourselves clothed in that light, dazzling in the noonday. So anchor within your consciousness the feeling of your ability to make the ascension that each day brings you closer and closer to the fullness of its realization. Cut loose all things of earth that bind you. Know that the love and wisdom and power which you accept from your mighty iron presence is the power that does this transcendent service. Always remind yourselves that God in you is certain victory. The iron presence which beats your heart is the light of God that never fails, and that your power by the acceptance of this presence to loose its energy and direct it is limitless. It is my great joy and privilege to continue in association with my beloved brother Saint Germain in pouring forth through my conscious radiation a definite assistance to the students who can accept the instruction of Saint Germain. This will continue during the entire year of 1934. Do not misunderstand me. I am pouring out to all mankind, but in this radiation to the students I am privileged to give you a special service. With my love I enfold you. With my light I clothe you. With my energy I sustain you, that you may go forth dauntless in your quest for happiness and the perfecting of yourselves and your world. I trust this will bring a radiation that you may feel at will throughout the year, and that your attainment may bring you boundless joy. I am the enlightening, revealing presence, manifest with full power, Jesus the Christ. Saint Germain, I wish to convey my enfolding love as a gift to each of the beloved students, for love is the greatest gift that can be given. Absolutely beautiful. And thank you to Yeshua. Yeshua HaMashiach is Jesus' real name, of course. Jesus means Hail Zeus. It's a long story. It goes back a long way, but it's kind of a way of mockery. But of course, we know him as Jesus because that's what we were taught. And I've been shown by Jesus, by Jesus. I've been shown he doesn't mind what he's called as long as we're saying it with love. Literally, he has 1,000 names, and as long as you say it with love, then love and light. That's what the real Yeshua wants: love and light, and everybody to know that we're all equal. Okay, Discourse 28, December the 25th, 1933, Christmas Day, Saint Germain. Invocation: Thou mighty, infinite, active presence of the Christ everywhere, we bow before thy majesty and power. Assert thy dominion in the heart and mind of every individual throughout the land, causing thy wondrous perfection to express everywhere. I bring you greetings of love, the comprehending of consciousness and mastery from the great host of ascended masters who have looked with favour upon my humble efforts to dispense the light, and who bring you their love and clothe you in their mantle of light this Christmas day. The Discourse. O love divine, in thy magic power of transmutation, we assert thy power in cleansing and purifying the world of human mistakes and human creations. Thou art the eternal victory, the golden pathway of attainment for every student of the light, and through thy transcendent power the Kumaras start forth their mighty radiation for the blessing of the earth and mankind for the entire year of 1934. Thus will mankind find many desirable changes taking place, greater health, happiness, and prosperity being restored, a deeper sense of love, and a greater desire for justice in the hearts of mankind everywhere. In many channels, human selfishness will be greatly transcended through the feeling of pure love, which will generate within the heart, enable them to govern the human sense, and cause them to involuntarily desire to bless. It is my wish that every one of the students send forth this truth in conscious radiation at least once a day. God, the mighty I Am Presence, is governing with the invincible power everywhere in the hearts and minds of mankind. Those masters from Venus, this is rare, I've been shown by the way, in the Law of One. The masters from Venus are also the Ra from the Law of One channeling sessions. They're all the same ones. They're also known as the Hathors and many, many other names. Again, the ones these are sixth density social memory complex. They're a sixth density social memory complex who evolved over 2.2 billion years on Venus, which Venus looks like Earth, very, very much like Earth, 2.2 billion years ago. And if you pull up the NASA maps of they can rewind time now on NASA, and you will find that Venus looks just like the Earth 2.2 billion years ago. So this all scientifically links in. It's incredible. So to continue, those masters from Venus who visited the Royal Teton and who will again visit in this new year will start a fourth definite activity to consume the subtle attempts to generate and bring into outer activity another war. Shambhala is loosing its powers, which for many years have been drawn within its own compass. The golden city, whose rays are sent in all directions like the spokes from a wheel, is performing a service for mankind that it alone can do. Shambhala is an ascended host of fourth and fifth density beings who are helping with ascension. The golden city, whose rays are sent in all directions like the spokes from a wheel, it is performing a service for mankind that it alone can do. If mankind could only know and understand these activities for what they are, such marvellous changes would take place in the outer world as even the advanced would hardly conceive possible. On New Year's Day, the cosmic wheel of progress will have reached a point where in personal activity much of the free will of individuals can be set aside. This brings a joy and hope of unspeakable to the consciousness of those serving from these transcendent spheres of activity. Thus, O students of light, can you understand the magnificent assistance that is yours to be had by stilling the outer and reaching forth for it? I plead with you, dear students, shut your minds against the ignorance and inharmonious suggestions of human beings everywhere. I say to every one of you, freedom in every way stands at your door if you will but keep your personality harmonized and refuse to accept inharmonious, sinister suggestions from the atmosphere and from those you contact in mortal form. It is imperative that this be done if you wish to bring into your world joy, beauty, opulence, and perfection of every kind. It is not our intent or desire to intrude a single thing upon your free will, but oh, the joy that leaps within our hearts when we see the students taking hold, comprehending and applying these transcendent laws, which we know mean their certain victory. And may I reiterate what we have said before. There is no single thing so victorious in the human activity as the personality or suggestion which would try to turn the student from the truth of light, and which would be his freedom. In connection with this mighty cosmic activity, the student should work with great determination, consuming all past and present in harmonious creation. Every time your thought and desire reach forth in this manner, great currents of energy will come into your assistance to sustain and help you. This is part of the present amazing assistance sent forth to the earth. The silent watcher has waited for 200,000 years for the cosmic wheel to reach this point, the coming new year. This is how long humanity have been in a descended state for worldwide. Atlantis and Lemuria rose to great heights, even fourth density and fifth density of consciousness. But all the rest of the world was in turmoil. Egypt rose to great heights, but then fell into turmoil. You see, it's 200. I've been shown it's been more like 230,000 years, but who's arguing about a few tens of thousands of years? I mean, it's over 200,000 years that this Earth has been in a descended state for, as a whole. Although certain, like Machu Picchu, there's been certain areas where, Lake Titicaca, there's been certain areas where certain civilizations like the Aztecs and the Mayans, have ascended, but they're only certain civilizations that were helped by extraterrestrial angelic forces, sometimes positive and sometimes with slightly other agendas in mind, but nevertheless they ascended in some way or other, either to the negative or to the positive polarities. But never has the whole earth ever ascended all at once before. This has never ever happened. So this is a spectacular event that we're all a part of. And the whole universe is watching to see if we do it this time, to see if we do it, without destroying ourselves again, and this time we're going to do it. It's almost guaranteed. Almost. To continue, again, I assert that never in the history of mankind has such a transcendent activity been ready to rush to your assistance. I plead with you, O beloved students, is it not worth all your determined efforts to act in accordance with this great blessing, which makes your struggle for freedom, more human self-creation, so much easier? Beloved students, how deeply my heart rejoices to see within you the intense desire for the light and your determined effort to apply these unerring laws, which will as surely give you your freedom as you apply them. I wish to thank all the students for their joyous desire for the limitless distribution of unveiled mysteries, and the magic presence in this great desire, beloved ones, is a service that you can little comprehend as yet. Its far-reaching blessing. The Magic Presence is a book that I'm going to read to you. It's absolutely incredible. Very short book, but it's powerful. To continue, I feel greatly blessed this day of devotion to the Christ, to feel the love from the many pouring out to me, and I assure you, blessed ones, that I shall come back to you with all the loving power at my command to assist, enlighten, and bless you. In the special service that Jesus has decided to give forth, you are surely blessed indeed. Try to feel this wonderful truth with the deepest intense feeling you can command. Open your arms, your hearts, and your minds to the glory of this radiation, and as you can do this more fully and completely, you will see how quickly all disturbing and limiting conditions about you will disappear. I plead with you, beloved students, do not continue to limit yourselves by human conception. Declare and feel your amazing ability to use these laws and direct this mighty energy to your freedom and perfection. Try to realize that your human form is not a dense creation difficult to manipulate. Try to feel as a transparent substance that follows your slightest direction. Speak to your body, command it to be strong, receptive only to the ascended master consciousness, to be a perfect expression of the divine power of the mighty I Am, and to take on its beauty and form and expression.